Welcome back, movie fans. Today we're going to be discussing the final installment of Moon Knight. In the last episode, Stephen died and Mark was transported to the Field of Reeds. Unfortunately, however, Mark does not want to just live a life of satisfaction while Stephen lies in death, so therefore Mark decides to go and rescue Stephen so that they can together fight to defeat Arthur Harrow and Amit. However, they are unable to escape the afterlife on their own. This is where Leia, Mark's wife, comes in. In order to bring Mark-Stephen back to life, Layla must free Khonshu from his stone statue. Layla succeeds, and Mark and Stephen are brought back to life by Khonshu and must help Layla, who has become the Hippo Goddess's avatar. And together, they must battle Arthur Harrow, who has become Amit's avatar. Khonshu must also join the fight by taking on Amit herself. The episode is truly epic, and it is a great finale that I highly recommend for the end of this series. There was a lot of violence in this episode. We see Arthur with his new powers from Amit being able to pull the souls out of people. We also see that the Hippo Goddess is able to speak through these dead people. There's a lot of blood that we see, and Moon Knight fights rather violently towards the end of the fight, especially when he is inhibited with the third personality, Jake Lockheed. We also see one person brought back to life, and as that happens, the bullets that he was killed with fall out of his body. We see multiple fist fights as well as some explosions and magic used. We see that Egyptian gods are considered real gods and that they have certain power over certain aspects of the universe. We hear Arthur calling himself the disciple of Amit, and we see other people do worship Amit. We also hear about judging people's souls. The big difference between Amit and Khonshu is that Amit judges those who are going to do wrong in the future, and Khonshu judges those after they've already done wrong. Kind of like a innocent until proven guilty situation. When Layla becomes the Hippo Goddess's avatar, we do see that she gets a new outfit that shows a lot of skin on her legs, but nothing too inappropriate. That's the only note I have for sexual content. There is no drug content in this episode whatsoever. As for language, we hear one H word. We hear the Lord's name misused once, and British use of bloody. This episode has the least amount of language in the entire series, as it is more focused on fighting and concluding the series. At the end of the series, it was a little bit confusing, but in the end, it was a great series. It was awesome how Marvel was able to create a show that didn't have any connection to the Marvel Cinematic Universe at all, and it was very refreshing to be able to not have to worry about constant callbacks and making sure that you understood things that happened beforehand. I also wanted to point out that the series had no woke content whatsoever, and the show did amazing. Disney doesn't need to include woke content to make successful films. This film and series was really it was a great story that was focused on the plot. Sure, there was a lot of Egyptian gods and talk about that, which you kind of expected going into watching a movie about Khonshu, but in the end, it boils down to that's the only real thing to take into advisement when you're going to watch this series. Oscar Isaac really nailed the role of playing both Stephen Grant and Mark Spector. It was amazing to see him change accents and being able to he was able to do so well in acting, and he honestly, hence the name, his name being Oscar, I think he deserves an Oscar. I really hope that we do get a season 2 of this series. What do you think? Do you think we'll get a season 2? What were your thoughts of the series? Is it something that you would have thought went differently? Let us know in the comments. I will mention, make sure to stay to the end to watch the post-credit scene, as it does possibly set up a season 2, but it's really hard to tell. Please rate this post if you'd like. Give us a like, smash that like button, and subscribe for more content regarding movies and movie updates. Thank you.